Welcome, everybody, on this beautiful episode. Hello, hello. My name is Irina Portnova, and I'm here with my guest, Chris Jolie. And he is actually one of the owners of this beautiful summit that we are going to be talking about. So, Chris, tell a little bit about your summit, the Alchemy of Abundance, and what was the idea behind it?
Yeah, absolutely. First, I want to say thank you for having me on this live. And the summit, the idea was so my partner is a sex, love, and relationship coach. She helps people have more connection, more intimacy, better sex lives. And I am a coach who helps entrepreneurs with their finances. So at first glance, it kind of seems like we do really different things. But then after our each of us working with our own clients for a while, we kind of noticed a very similar thread. And that's that almost everybody you talk to wants to have more connected relationships, more and better sex. And almost everybody you talk to wants to have more money and more resources. But it's the kind of thing that most people are really hush hush about because there's a lot of shame around these topics. There's a lot of secrecy. It's the kind of thing where, like, at the dinner table, did you ever talk about sex or money? Probably not. It's one of those things like politics that everybody just doesn't really talk about. And so you have all of these people who get really good at doing things in their lives and are successful in other areas of their lives, but because they don't talk about these things, they don't have the kind of success that they're looking for in this area. And so we thought it was valuable to put on the summit because we would run into people who are entrepreneurs who are doing great and making lots of money, but not keeping it, let's say. Or they're doing great in their business and they're on their way to financial freedom, but their relationships are suffering. And so we just knew that if we collected enough different people and got enough viewpoints around abundance, because it's about having more, right? And so whether you want more money or more sex or more free time or more time with your family, more vacations, whatever it is, there is a similar process to opening up your pathways to more. And that's basically the thought behind the summit.
I just love it. Thanks so much for sharing. You know what comes for me? It just like that's true. A lot of times people are blocked when it comes to conversation about money, right? And like in our field, we always talk free, like what were my sales for the year? Like we freely share that information, right? As well as we want to be authentic selves, and that's I think like the theme beyond everything what we are actually involved in, right? Talking about your summit, your coaching experience of you and Tilly, as well as mine. It's all about just opening up people to be the authentic selves and start speaking up the truth, like not hiding behind, like okay, everything is great in my life, while like you mentioned, maybe the relationship is suffering because they're working too many hours just to make sure that they earn a lot of money, right?
Nope, you still there?
So it's all about just bringing that beautiful balance of life.
Yeah, it looks like you froze on me.
So the idea behind it is that it's okay to come out and speak up, right? So we want people to attend the summit just for themselves. We want to bring that knowledge to them, that skill, saying that, hey, you're not alone. Everybody goes through some kind of struggle, whether this is financial struggle, whether maybe, like in the bedroom struggle, right? Whatever it is for you, just, like open your mind for the possibilities, because the world is full of wonderful things, and it's all about just keeping your mind open and see what is there, right? Before like saying, okay, I got it all, I do not need anything. Go and explore, and then decide after you attend the summit and decide, this was for me or not for me.
Yeah, the thing that I really love about this summit is that we have collected people from across all kinds of different disciplines. And so you have people like yourself who do the manifestation. You've got people who approach it from a neuroscience angle. You have business leaders. You've got tantric people and sexuality coaches. And yet, despite having all of this wide variety of people and disciplines, we kind of found that there were a lot of common themes amongst them. And the thing that kept coming up for me the most was that if you want more in some area of your life and you're not getting it, then there's either two things most of the time. One is you just don't know what to do to get it, which is fine. There's a learning curve for everybody. And the other is that you know what to do to get it, but for whatever reason, you're not doing those things. And if it's the second one, it usually comes down to an identity issue because you don't see yourself as the kind of person who does those things and you don't do them and then you don't get the results.
Oh my God, I love what you shared. And it's all about just, like shifting our belief system, right? Because we were all raised up with certain limitations. And one of the, strongest limitations was money don't grow on the trees, right? You have to work hard. And now we are tending to relearn that, right? We realize that it's not about, because there are a lot of people who work hard, but yet they barely make the living, right? So it's not about working hard. It's actually about knowing these laws and principles that you can apply to your life, and you could just start experience a different reality. And I love what you said, like the summit is full of different people. It's like, to have the buffet menu. I'm about the buffet menu. Like, let me pick and choose what I want. And it's amazing that you give that ability for others to experience, to see, from the schedule, who are the experts that are gonna speak, and what is their valuable skills that they are there to offer. And Chris, tell a little bit more about the summit itself. What are the dates and what is the format?
Yeah, so the dates are the 22nd of July through the 27th. They're pre-recorded interviews, and we have spaced them out so there's about three a day. They're in the later afternoon because we understand that if you're a business owner, if you're an employee, if you're a parent, if you're just a normal human being, you have a busy day and you probably can't sit down and watch 6 or 7 hours of videos in a day. So most of the interviews are about 25 to 30 minutes. Nice kind of quick little give you everything you need in an encapsulated short period of time. And then they start every hour on the hour. So like I said, it's just three hours, 4 hours out of the day, but even less than that. So you can get all of this information that some of these people have spent 10, 20, 30 years in their field working and refining, and get it down into this short time period and walk away with some awesome tools to up-level your life and to invite more into your life. And every one of them has an amazing free gift for you as well. So, I mean, the tools and the ability for transformation in the summit are going to be large. And like you said, because there are so many different people who come from so many different angles on it, you're going to find something that works for you. So maybe if you think manifestation is a little too woo-woo for you, but the guy who's on the business end of the side of things really connects with you, or you're more into the intuition, or you're more interested in the neuroscience. Like, whatever that thing is for you, you're going to find the one thing that connects for you, and I promise you're going to walk away with one or two tools that, if you use them regularly, can change your life.
Oh my God, I just love what you share. So, can you just walk through the steps? Okay, I have the link. So, whoever is watching this episode right now or at the replay, there is a link to click in order to register. So, what happens next? Okay, the
Yeah.
person clicks and register. Can you just walk through the steps? What happens after?
Yeah, once you register, you're going to get an email, and it's going to tell you all the information about the summit, all the times, all that great stuff. And then you'll receive emails throughout the summit reminding you of the talks, who's upcoming. You can check the schedule. So you can really customize it to your schedule or the talks that are interested to you, and figure out which times work, and show up for those.
That's awesome, beautiful. And do you also offer other ways besides just watching? Do you have like other plans that people can subscribe? Like, what if somebody loves it so much they want to keep coming and watching again and again and again?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to have access to the talks on your own time, or you can't make it and you want the replays, those are available as well. You can get all of that right on Hey Summit, which is the platform we're running the summit on. And then if you are so interested in what you hear that you want to connect with Tilly or I, there's an option for you to do that as well.
I love that option. So it's always good, like to go extra step because sometimes people truly want to connect with us, right? So it's great to give them that opportunity. Absolutely amazing. So, Chris, anything else? Like, what would be the tip for the people? Like, like if they are still like on that border, should I sign up for it or I shouldn't? What would be a good tip for them?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about you and your talk because we're talking to your followers right now. So, your talk is Euphoria and Purposeful Manifestation. So, if you've been following Irina, you want to know more of what she's up to, this is a great opportunity for you to come and listen to her talk for, I think we did about half an hour. Tell everybody a little bit more about what we talked about, if you don't mind.
Yes, that's a great question. So it's all about just experiencing the life and feel aliveness every day, right? Why did I use the word euphoria? Because actually, once you understand how the successful manifestation happens, you live in that beautiful sense of, oh my God, amazing, right? The life is so beautiful because everything is happening for you and through you, right? And once you experience that, you realize there is a magic behind that, and we are the ones to create that magic, and each one of us can actually create that magic. So it's not just for chosen ones. We all can be successful. We all can have like the amazing love of our life. We all can be financially free, right? It's all about making that decision. Okay, this is the life that I truly want to live. And then obviously use the tools and do it on a daily basis in order to experience the best in life, right? Because for the longest time, when I'm talking about when I've never been exposed to this work, I was just living like majority of people, right? I was just thinking, okay, this is my education, this is my job, this is something that I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, and I thought that this is what I called my life. But the more I started to discover that there is a different life, because a lot of times people are saying, like, I can't do anything because the economy is bad, because there are no jobs there, because, the house market is bad. So, like they always build up all these excuses. And I always tell them, let's look at another side, because if that was true, everybody would be experiencing the same life, right? But everybody experiencing the life differently, right? So no matter what the economy is, no matter what the situation is, there are people who are thriving in any given situation or economy, right? So it's not up to our 3D reality, whatever we are experiencing. It's actually up to our mindset. So everything goes back to what you believe that you can receive. And that's exactly what we were covering in our conversation, where we talk more like how can we actually repattern our thinking, how we can actually make it more powerful in order to create a powerful result. And actually, I'm a proof living person who went through that, who manifested a lot of things for myself. And that's exactly what our talk is about, right? And it's for people to tune in and start like really understanding and asking themselves if they still questioning if that's true, if that's real. Just look, there are so many examples around, right? So many people who experienced it in their life, how our energy works. If you are more on the scientific side, right, understanding that we are the pure energy and we are creating from our energy. And the more you understand it, that whatever life we are experiencing right now, we are the creators of that life. And a lot of people are not aware of it. So that was my intention to bring that into our conversation, that we can consciously create, and we are the only ones who can command our mind to focus on something what we want, rather than constantly going through the pattern and recreate the same reality that we are not happy about. So that's what my euphoria comes from. Like once you realize that it's not just, life doesn't happen to you, but for you and through you. Once you become your active creator of the life, you understand that there are so many possibilities and the life becomes limitless because you are actually designing it.
Yeah, and that answers your question right there. If you're on the fence about joining, this is why you should come. That was just a couple of minutes on the subject. We've got half an hour on it. Great knowledge you just dropped in those 2 minutes. So imagine what you're going to get out of half an hour, and then imagine what you're going to get out of seeing 18 other speakers, condensing everything that they've learned and giving it to you for free.
Oh my God, I just love it. And you know what? I wanted to know that we are always learning, right? There is no such a thing that, okay, I know it all, because the true reality is the more we know, the more we realize how much we do not know, right? So I invite everybody who thinks that they know it all, just come with the mind of the beginner, because it doesn't matter what kind of expert you are. Like, I'm so thrilled and excited to listen to all other experts, because I know I'm going to learn so much and I'm going to pick up on something really, really valuable. And I'm like that, lifetime student. And I love to just soak in the knowledge. And you know what? Knowledge doesn't equal the transformation. We have to actually implement these tools, as you mentioned, Chris, right? We are all going to be given the tools during this summit. So it's up to us. We cannot force anybody to do anything, right? So now it's going to be all with the audience for them to actually start implementing these tools and shift their results in life. So if I am going to be so excited listening to other experts, I know that a lot of people are going to have lots of value coming to this summit. So I truly, truly invite everybody to register, because you have nothing to lose but so much to gain. There is a lot of information, and you are going to be definitely, definitely picking up new tools that you never heard before.
Yep, 100%. It just takes one of these tools to transform your life. And especially if you feel like you've had all the tools before, you've tried all the things and nothing's worked, this is going to be really great for you, because we go into that identity so much. And for so many people, that's the last piece that makes the transformation happen. So come on out to the summit and make transformation happen for you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Chris, for coming in so we can shed some light on this beautiful summit. And we are happy to see you there. Please register and experience for yourself. Then you can say, you know what, this is something I love, or this is something I didn't connect to, right? I always say first experience and then make your conclusion. So we invite everybody, come over and enjoy this beautiful time. And Chris, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be part of your summit, yours and Tilly summit. And I know that there's going to be a lot of greatness coming out. And we are all here to change people's life. And that's exactly what our mission in life. And for anybody who is going to connect, for anybody who makes that decision for themselves, that this is my time, this is my time to change my life, and I am the leader of my life. I'm not going to give that power to the economy, to my partner, to anybody else, right? But I'm the one to decide for myself. This is truly the summit for you, and this is something that I promise you are going to have a lot of value, and you're going to change your life for better.
Yeah, well said. Arena, thanks so much for having me on.
Thank you so much, and see you soon.
Ciao.
Bye.